I'm Todd Grisham, and what a venue. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson. It's Dimitri B. How will these two fighters handle the... Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. The perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. How about that time counter shot? We wanted action, and they are delivering. Both men step back for just a moment. There's a counter shot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
A perfect counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
Right, let's go out there.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Which fighter will say no mas? He misses with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Can't land the jab there. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And there's the bell to start round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
throw a shot, they get countered. Tried to score with a jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Good counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
That's a terrible round.
There's the bell for round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That jab misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That uppercut doesn't land. Caution being thrown to the wind. That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter punch. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. There's the bell to start round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Trying to land that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Back and forth they go. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble. There's the bell to start round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They are chin-checking each other. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
Come on. Switch it up.
Here comes round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with the jab. Well done with that counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
That's his round.
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you're not thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
Oh, what a shot! Dimitri Bivol in some serious trouble here. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going. Pensacola's finest is down. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight?
No surprises.
fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, to come on home. Lord, please bless my castle of sand, waiting on the battle sword, handle all in my hand. The war force is more toward